You're standing at the starting line of a race. The crowd is roaring. The energy is electric. You can feel the excitement rushing through your veins. This is it. This is your moment. You've got the motivation. You've got the desire. You're ready, but then you start running. At first, you're fast. You're full of fire. But soon, the excitement begins to fade. The crowds blur. Your legs start to feel heavy. The adrenaline wears off. You look around. Everyone else seems to be struggling too. Your motivation starts to slip away. And now, the truth hits you. It was never about the motivation. It was always about the discipline. You see, motivation is just a spark, a momentary burst of energy. It's like the wind. It comes and goes. But what happens when the wind dies down? What happens when the rush of excitement fades? You feel stuck, don't you? You've been there. You've had those days where you woke up full of fire, ready to take on the world. But somewhere along the way, you lost it. The fire faded. The motivation disappeared. You tell yourself, I'll try again tomorrow. But tomorrow comes, and you're still in the same place. You tell yourself, just a little more motivation, and I'll get back on track. But it never comes. And that's the problem. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is your constant. Let me paint you a picture. You're like a tree. When the storm comes, it shakes you. The winds of life, the challenges, the distractions, they hit hard. Without deep roots, without the discipline to stand firm, you'll topple over. Motivation is like the sunshine. It comes, it gives you energy, but it doesn't stay forever. It's discipline that keeps you grounded. Think of your life as a battery. Motivation is the initial charge. But what happens when that charge runs out? What's left? It's discipline that keeps the battery going, that keeps the power flowing. You're driving a car down the highway. Motivation is like the speed you're going. It's exciting. But if you don't have a steady hand on the wheel, if you don't have discipline, you'll crash. You'll veer off track. Motivation without discipline is like a car without brakes. It's fun until it's not. The distractions. They're like the side streets that beg you to take a detour. They'll always be there. Every time you start heading toward your goal, they'll try to pull you off track. But only discipline gives you the strength to stay in your lane. The world will give you excuses, like a wind that pushes against you when you're trying to move forward. But discipline is your anchor. It's what stops you from drifting aimlessly when you argue with yourself, when that voice inside your head says, not today. That's where discipline steps in. Discipline is like a strict coach who won't let you quit, even when the motivation is gone. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't tend to it with discipline, the weeds of self-doubt, procrastination, and excuses will grow. Motivation is like a rainstorm. It can make the garden lush for a moment, but it's discipline that waters the roots every single day, no matter what. You have to understand this. Motivation will not always be there. Life will not always give you the energy to keep going. Some days, the only thing that will push you forward is the decision you make in that moment to keep going. This is why discipline is the foundation. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't rely on the moon aligning with your stars. Discipline just does. Listen, this world is full of distractions. Everyone is chasing the next trend, the next hit of motivation. But those who are truly successful, they're the ones who can stay focused, stay committed. Even when they don't feel like it, they don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Here's the thing, time is not on your side. Every second you waste, every day you let slip by, is another opportunity you'll never get back. You will regret the time you lost, the chances you didn't take, because you were waiting for motivation to strike. You are responsible for your life. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for everything to feel right. You have one shot at this life. And if you keep waiting for motivation, you'll miss it. Motivation can't be trusted. It's like a thief that comes and goes. But discipline, it's like a silent worker in the background, building something great, brick by brick, whether you feel like it or not. You're competing with everyone else out there. But no one can beat you when you're disciplined. Motivation is not your competitor. Your real enemy is procrastination. Your real enemy is the temptation to give up when the going gets tough. Are you wasting your time? Are you using your excuses to justify your inaction? Are you letting yourself off the hook because you're waiting for motivation to strike? You see, you are in charge of your own growth. Only you can decide when you stop making excuses. Only you can decide to show up day after day, whether or not you feel motivated. Ask yourself, are you improving? Is this helping you grow? What have you done today that moves you closer to your goal? Are you waiting for motivation to come and rescue you? Are you willing to embrace discipline even when it's hard? Is your focus strong enough to push through distractions? Are you taking responsibility for your progress? What can you do today to make sure tomorrow is better? Will you allow your excuses to control you, or will you take charge? Now, let's flip the switch. Discipline is not a punishment. It's a power. It's your superpower. It's a secret weapon that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Make no mistake, motivation feels great. It feels amazing to wake up ready to conquer the world. But you cannot live on feelings alone. Feelings are fleeting. Motivation is a moment. Discipline is the long haul. If you want to change your life, it's simple. Make discipline your default. Every day, every decision. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it must be consistent. It's time to take your power back. It's time to stop waiting for motivation. You don't need motivation to make progress. You need discipline. And remember this, your life is your responsibility. No one is coming to save you. You must save yourself. You must do the work, even when the motivation isn't there. Because that's the only way you will succeed. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Because motivation fades, but discipline stays. So ask yourself this. Are you waiting for motivation to show up? Or are you ready to become the person who shows up no matter what? The moment you choose discipline, your life changes. And when that happens, you'll realize you didn't need motivation at all. You needed discipline. And now you have it.